My name is Oscar.
My name is Carl,
And
this is Who Would Watch This?
Welcome to Who Would Watch This, the podcast. We watch a film, chat about the film, and then we try and figure out who would watch this.
Today we're talking about Law Abiding Citizen, which currently has a 26% on Rotten Tomatoes, a 7.4 on IMDb, and a 3.4 on Letterboxd. Oscar, what's the plot?
A frustrated man decides to take justice into his own hands after a plea bargain sets one of his family's killers free. Oh my goodness, Carl. How are we feeling? I don't think we can give away anything. Let's just go back to the last week, and then we'll get our opinion back when we come back. Okay?
Yes, I think I'll remain.
We'll just
neutral.
We're neutral,
and we'll say let's go back in time.
Back in time.
And then
pre,
and
then we'll go who we thought we watched.
Yeah, and then we'll see. Yeah.
Carl, Gerard Butler. He's a goddamn specimen.
Gerry Butts.
He can't do anything wrong.
He can't.
I feel like we've been toying with the idea of doing a Gerard Butler mum for maybe a year now, but now
more.
Yeah,
I was pitching we do a full year of Gerard Butler, which was just
everything is done.
Everything is done. It's mostly rotten on Rotten Tomatoes. I thought it would be great if we were just like, what if we just committed to every one of his like filmography that was rotten or something. Yeah, Oscar, have you ever seen Law Abiding Citizen?
No,
have you ever heard of it?
No, I thought we were doing. What are we doing?
Law Abiding Citizen.
Are we not doing? What's the one with Katherine Heigl?
We're not doing the Ugly Truth.
Surely we're doing the Ugly Truth.
No, we're not doing the Ugly Truth.
Are we doing the Ugly Truth soon?
I mean, we can.
Okay,
that wasn't on the cards at all. I don't know where you've gotten the Ugly Truth from.
I've really penciled in Ugly Truth. What are we doing? You've heard. What are we?
Why would you think it was the Ugly Truth?
Let me quickly Google.
Can you even tell me a single thing about the Ugly Truth?
I feel like we've said we need to do the Ugly Truth.
I've talked about it before.
Yes,
because that's what
I'm saying. When you say, can you say anything about? I can't say anything about it because you've just gone and gushed about the Ugly Truth. I gone, I guess we need to watch.
I've never gushed about the Ugly Truth. I just watch it a lot.
And at any point I get to chat about it, I get to talk about it.
Never been good, and it'll never be good. But there's something about it.
Then of course I would throw to me for this podcast. Of course. What? If it's Gerard Butler, I'm thinking 300. I guess the Ugly Truth. What's this film?
We're doing Law Abiding Citizen.
Okay.
This has come out of nowhere. It's just because last week I think I remembered it existed, or the week before, and I was like, I'm adding that to the schedule. And now when we're recording this,
Carl, I've just seen the poster. Like, I am all in on this poster.
Is it the one with his floating eyes?
It's Jamie Foxx with a gun, and Gerard Butler is superposed on his body, and it's just a bit
so
odd.
Good. And Gerard Butler's got like Irish cat eyes. Is he Irish or Scottish?
He's Scottish, I think.
Yeah,
He's Scottish.
He's got Scottish cat eyes.
It's a famous thing.
All
right, Carl, this is huge for me. Law Abiding Citizen. All right, who do you think would watch it? And then I'll give my opinion.
Do you want to know anything about it, or do you want to go in blindish? It's a thriller.
Okay.
Gerard Butler, Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, that's a good mix.
One of them's there is a criminal involved. The justice system is involved.
Okay.
And it's pretty freaking cool. Can I give you some context about it? Okay. So, I know this film because one day when I was 13 years old and my brother, he was 19 years old, he walked into my room and he said, do you want to watch the coolest movie ever made? And I said, yes. And then he went and he put on Law Abiding Citizen.
That says so much about this film. I already know who's going to watch it and everything to go with it. Go ahead. Keep going.
I, of course, fell in love with the movie instantly and then started burning DVD copies for everybody at school. And I was passing it around and watch parties were happening and it absolutely took off in a massive way.
Racketeering at a young age, I love it.
Yeah, I'm entrepreneurial. Do I charge anyone? No, I just want them to watch Law Abiding Citizen.
That's just a passionate fan.
And yet I'd forgotten it existed until the other day. But now it's back. And I'm really, really excited to rewatch it. I've watched it in years.
I'm so excited. The reviews are odd. It looks like it's quite well reviewed, and then it's not. So
yeah, it's so funny. Yeah. So it's like
I'm pretty hyped.
I know it's absolutely.
I think we deserve one of these. I feel like we've just all we done
for sure.
This is like a fun.
I'm only doing this as a lead-in for us to do Olympus Has Fallen, which is also fucking sick.
Here's the thing: Gerard Butler, I think, has a lot of rotten projects.
Say Butler.
Butler. My apologies. Butler. Gerard Butler has a bunch of rotten projects, and that's fine. You know, there's a lot of those Walmart movies, but I feel like he's got to have like 9 propping him up. I think this might be one of them, so I'm very excited.
Who do I think it's going to be for? I think, God, I mean, I loved it at 13. And I definitely watched it yearly for quite a while. Wow. Not even yearly. maybe monthly. I just watched it. This was such a formative film. It's got to be for people that age. I guess it's dawning on me now, the idea that maybe I might hate it.
I'll be so upset if you watch it. And
I
go,
know.
That was.
I think there's too many key moments, and I think you'll know what I mean when you see it. But it's like there's too many just moments in it that in my head are like, no, that's just a great moment. Like it's just that's
cinema.
fine.
I can't
it's
fault
just
it.
cinema.
At a 13-year-old, you and a cigarette, you're going, that's just good. I can't fault it.
I assume Martin Scorsese would just gush about this.
Yes.
You know? Like he'd be like, get me Gerard Butler's number.
The Red Shoes and this, I'm pretty sure, is his top two films. Maybe people were asking him for his top two films.
Famously, one of the best movies ever shot on color. And then this movie, which I remember just being very grey.
It's 2009. It had to be that color. It had to be. This feels like an Xbox 360 movie, if that makes sense.
Dude, I probably watched it on an Xbox 360.
Hells yeah.
Definitely put a DVD into an Xbox or a PlayStation to watch this.
That's the only way this film should be watched, I think.
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh my god. Who would watch it? I guess if you have a good gamer score, huh?
Yeah. I don't even know there's a woman in this. That's how like young boy coded it is. From memory, it's just Jamie Foxx and Gerard Butler chewing the fucking scenes.
Isn't it great? They're just like, should we have a woman for like to be hot? They're like, shut the fuck up. Even less. We want just guys freaking tussling it out. Yeah. And that's cinema.
They don't even want the word Bechdel test uttered to them. They're like, well, no, I've never even heard of that. This isn't touching the movie.
We haven't got a woman even on the credits. That's how fuck it. We're not passing that bitch. We're done. No.
Yeah. I'm so excited.
I'm very excited.
You have no idea.
I'm keen.
This is easily one of the I don't know why it's taken us this long to do this. Okay, great. Okay, cool. Okay.
Carl, I believe at the moment we're sort of Switzerland at the moment. We're sort of neutral. How do you want to go about this?
This film hits like it's never changed.
I gotta tell you guys,
it's so good.
This is bad for our podcast. If you're listening right now, stop. Go watch the film. And that's all you need. Because all we're going to be doing is going to be what you're going to be doing after you watch the film and go, holy shit, that was the greatest film that's ever existed. Every moment that hits hard.
I stopped taking notes 20 minutes into the film because I was too in.
Exactly. My notes are just, sick. Oh my God, what the hell? That's great. I want a goddamn high. I have no idea what this podcast episode is going to be because it's just going to be going, how good was that scene? How good was that scene?
For sure. And I mean, look, the movie definitely tips on a certain scale because your partner, she stood up in the middle of the movie, went and made dinner. Not that invested, didn't return.
I don't know if you said it or my partner said it, but I think she said either feels like a film made by...
I said this,
you said this. It's a film made by men for boys.
For sure.
And that's what it is.
It is. It's 100% that.
Yes, and that's fine.
It's totally for the mind of somebody under the age of 18. But like now, that's everybody. Like that's the thing where you all...
Oh yeah, we all brain damage.
Yeah, we've all got brain rot, we're fine. So this is just like what it is. This is just... What if there were the coolest murders occurring every 10 minutes over the course of a 90-minute film?
You got like a Joker-esque villain who really... a hero, I guess? We don't know. An anti-hero? I don't know. But really, like you go, that's really clever. And then you think about it and then you go, ooh, never mind.
And there's Gerard Butler in his prime. He's never looked hotter. He's never sounded less American. He's just in it to absolutely win it. And then we've got Jamie Foxx here. He's there. He's just trying.
I think he's doing well.
He's okay.
He's doing well. What's he been given? He's a bit of a slide.
Oh, he's been given... Look, here's the thing that sucks. Because Gerard Butler's been given so much to do and chew on and like witty dialogue and like funny isms and things like that. Jamie Foxx is just sort of a stilted man who has to like take it and go, no!
And they have a lot of monologues about justice and everything. And every
That's
time
the
you're
thing.
on Gerard Butler's side, because it's just like, you're a dick, I'm doing things in my own hands. You go, that's great. Should we get into the film, Carl?
Yeah, before we jump into it, I really just want to say that the movie is just because we've started talking about justice, it doesn't have any subtext. It doesn't have any subtlety.
No.
It's saying it all to you. It's
Guys,
saying it loud and clear.
It's a fantasy of just like, hey, take crime into your own hands and you'll be fine. That's fine. That's not a good thing to spread, but maybe it is. Maybe I'm converted.
When people are like, oh, it's the American dream, I imagine this film.
Yeah.
Because this Gerard Butler rose to the occasion.
This is not an American dream. It's more like an American fantasy that someone
for
wrongs
sure.
you, and then you get to take the law into your own hands.
Yeah.
This is every 40-year-old dad's like, oh, one day I'm going to stroking a pistol.
You
yeah.
ever hurt someone I love? I swear to
I'm
God.
going to do this.
And then as soon as somebody like that they love is hurt, they're like, nah.
That's it. I'll give up.
None of them do as much as Gerry Butts.
No, this is a lot of forward thinking, a lot of planning.
Oh, so much planning. Okay, let's get into it.
Let's get into it, Carl. We start very aggressively. We start with, I don't think we even get 3 seconds in. The door slammed wide open. We get 2 robbers.
Yeah, he smacks Gerard Butler in the face with a baseball bat.
Yep.
You jumped due to the sound design being overly loud.
Yep.
And you went, I'm in.
We should also say we watched this together.
Yes, we did. We don't usually watch these together.
But it's too good.
I knew I just needed to be with someone.
Yeah.
Because I also thought, frankly...
It was like you were staring at me the whole time, just looking at my face at
It's
every
so
pivotal
true.
scene. Whenever I knew I had to get my pen out because you'd be looking at me going, there's a scene coming up.
No.
You should write down.
I pulled your partner into the room to watch the judge scene. I was like, you've got to see this. Things are about to get sick.
These 2 robbers quite aggressively assault the wife and then go, I'm going to take that girl. Gerard Butler on the ground.
Has to watch it all.
Has to watch it all.
This is such an over-the-top, egregiously violent opening. Like, and also the main villain, I guess, in this scene, who does all of the dirty work, couldn't be more intensely villainous.
I can't tell. When you think slime ball, this is the most greasy man I've ever seen. He's got such a weird little haircut. He's wearing one of those leather coats with like a little, like a bit of stuff popping out.
Yeah.
He just looks so evil, and it's so good.
He looks like shit. And he genuinely looks like shit. He looks like somebody that when he enters, Gerard Butler, while in a panic on the ground, also went, and he smells. He's brought a smell into the room.
Here's the thing. He has a stained wife beater on in every scene.
Oh my God. He's the most disgusting human being. It's so crazy. They were just like, this is how we should depict him. Because it's just...
But the whole time, you're like, he's so comically evil. It's kind of fine, because you're just like, oh man, he's going to get his revenge.
Oh, for sure.
This guy, comically, is gone. There's no way you're making out of
it. He's so gone. I think something I want to like sort of keep checking in with you is like, where did you think it was going to go from like a few little moments? So I think I'll ask that occasionally.
Yes.
But I think from this opening like scene, right, which is, maybe it could go into a court trial, maybe it could go into a vigilante thing.
Yes.
Like, because this is after this is done, it comes up with law-abiding citizen. Where did you think the movie might go?
So I was chasing it. So we're going. So we get introduced to Jamie Foxx, who's his lawyer, and pretty much running the case. It turns out they haven't got enough DNA to convict the main
Which
guy.
is ludicrous. Here's the thing: you got to give the film its conceit. They're not trying that hard to set it up, so you shouldn't be trying that hard to think about it.
The guy who definitely murdered and killed.
The one that did all of the horrible. I know a guy watched and is complicit in it for sure. But the guy that
But one of them's a slime ball. And one of them's just kind of like a greasy teen.
They're like, oh God, there was no DNA at the scene. And I'm like, I saw that man sweat everywhere because he was greasy as hell.
He was a little piggy. He was rolling around the carpet.
Piggy, yeah. He got himself everywhere.
It doesn't matter because the film's that good. Essentially, Jamie Foxx is like, okay, he's going away for 5 years for murder. That's fine. The other guy's getting the death penalty. Gerard is the best deal you're going to get. You got to take it. And Gerard Butler's like, you didn't even try, man. He's like... That's just who I am. I never lose a case.
Yeah.
And this will never come to bite me in the ass.
Somebody's like to Jamie Foxx, what is this, your like 95% conviction record? And he's like, 96.
Yeah. So this is what I'm thinking. At this point, I'm like, okay, either these two are now going to somehow either have to team up.
Ooh.
Teaming up a bit, either using a bit of the law and using Gerard Butler's skill set, which I thought he had none. Wow. Fucking
Boy, were you wrong.
Egg on my
Boy,
goddamn
were you wrong.
fucking fool I was. I thought they would have to like chase this guy. I kind of thought this would be the antagonist of the film. Oh my God, Carl. What a fool I was.
Absolutely. So basically, after this entire deal is done, obviously Gerard Butler is deeply unhappy with this. And he just has to watch it all sadly unfold in front of him. But I love that when the news is there, the police walk out the convicted felon around in front of the news to shake Jamie Foxx's hand, which is crazy the police would do that. But Gerard Butler sees this. He sees this and he feels it.
And this is an actor because Gerard Butler has had these puppy dog eyes for the whole start of the film. He's got these weepy eyes. You kind of go, I've never seen Gerard Butler like cry or emote or never be like the weaker man. Oh my God, this is an actor. When he sees this, his eyes change. I couldn't believe it. He's a man on a mission.
I don't mean this as a joke. This is the best Gerard Butler's ever been in a film.
I think so.
I think he is fantastic here. This is within his actual wheelhouse of like what he I think can do as an actor.
Yeah.
He's not needing to be like in a rom-com where you're like, what are you doing here? But he is actually able to be like, I'm being gruff, but I'm also being a little bit silly. And we know this premise is a bit over the top, so I can be a bit more comedic. And it's just really
It's
working.
fun to watch him the whole time. Once you get to the meat of the film, the whole time he's like, I'm on your side.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is fine.
It's a really good. I think he's so good in it that if the movie wouldn't work without him. I think he knows the tone of the film and is running with that. And then the film's also not trying to be as overly serious as anything else.
No, it has lots of moments where it's like, let's take, this is my perspective of justice and this is my perspective of justice. And it doesn't matter because he's an insane man.
Also, all those scenes are always like full stop to one of them getting up being like, you dumb bitch. Like, it's always like with a quip,
They never want to actually dive into it. They're just like, your mum is gay. And you're like, well, you got me there.
Well, you got me there. Justice was served. It's almost like the screenwriter didn't understand justice themselves, but just was like, it feels like I need to like talk about that.
I need to talk about it. It does, again, it's taking like 7. It's taking a bunch of those sort of like the criminal toying with the police officer, but it doesn't even want to do that.
It feels like they've taken like 7 and The Dark Knight and they've jammed them together and then they've underfunded the film and then they've underwritten it and then nobody came in to make it look stylish.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
And that's filmmaking.
But that's great.
That's great.
Sometimes that's all a movie has to be.
Yeah.
And that's what this is.
I do think it looks fun.
It looks like a
great.
movie.
It looks like a movie.
I gotta tell you, out of a lot of the shit that we've been watching recently, this is easily the most engrossed I was.
Frame
like, at the
nice.
beginning.
There's some nice exterior. It looks nice. It looks pretty good.
It does. It looks nice. We get to 10 years later.
Yeah, this is a little smash cut.
You gasped.
I did.
You didn't see this coming, did you?
I didn't see where the film was going at all.
Love.
I couldn't believe it because essentially Jamie Foxx, we realized, and this is a weird subplot, he's got a sad family that doesn't like him because he's overweight.
Bad dad.
Yeah.
He's a bad dad.
Classic dad who's working and he's not looking after his family.
He's already gaslit his child into being like, you don't have to come to my recital because you help people. And he's like, damn straight. And I'm never going to come to one of your dumb recitals.
Get me the DVD. I'll watch it on my phone maybe.
I know. Isn't that crazy? You used to have to pay for the DVD rather than... that must have been much nicer because you'd be like, you can just record it on your phone. She's like, I'm meant to be there for an hour recording a recital on my phone, am I?
I'm sure there's like one parent now that's like, hey, could everyone just... I'm going to film it and I'm just going to Dropbox it to everyone. That's just my...
It's got to be that.
So there's just one person in the crowd.
Here's the
for
thing.
the whole
No
thing.
parent wants to go to these. These are trash.
Oh, yeah.
I've never met a talented child.
No, me neither.
No.
Now, AGT, if you get a little kid, like a little flipping kid, I'm all for that.
Oh my God.
But you very rarely see that in a school
A
assembly.
kid that's trained dogs to flip them as they flip.
And that, I would come to
Now,
that.
that's a
I would
golden
buy
buzzer
TV
moment.
Oh my God. There's a golden buzzer in school assembly.
I think school assembly would have been greatly improved if I had a golden buzzer.
I think so. Just
Yeah.
you as a person or you now? I think you should walk in and I've got confetti and a golden buzzer and then I don't use it.
What if I came in and I was just like, I need to install all of this? And they were like, yeah, you could do it, and then never used it because I was never impressed. None of you deserve a record deal.
Are you joking?
Are you kidding?
This play's ridiculous. Mice and Men by children? No way. I don't want to see that. Carl, you are right. It's been 10 years later. Oh my God. Uh-oh. It turns out
It's taken 10 years to get one of these guys sentenced to death.
sentenced to death. That's the
That's the justice system for you.
It takes a while.
Yeah.
Carl, like most I don't know if this is how it works, but the lawyers.
Is it an actual theater?
It's a theater.
So it is.
You
Curtains come back and close like a
Totally.
movie.
I don't think it was curtains. There
were the curtains. Yeah, the curtains drew
There was
open.
an usher. There was popcorn. It was very tasteful.
There were fucking
There was no
curtains.
fucking curtains.
Dude, I swear to God, if
There
we
was-
have to stop this podcast so I can show you this fucking curtains, my man.
I'll concede. There's probably blinds. I wouldn't say
No.
but you're talking
There's
like
red velvet curtains.
with tassels and they come up.
Okay, here's what's going to happen. I will show you that there's curtains at
I-
the end of this recording. You will have to come back and record
Yeah.
at the end and concede defeat to me. If there's not curtains, we'll never speak of this again. I stand nothing to
I'll
lose.
need a pause for me to edit something in. Okay, we'll come back to that. Now, Carl, you are right. There's a window. I think the family. I think Gerard Butler could be here if he wants. I don't know if they offer that to you if you've had like a death sentence.
I know, but why would the lawyers go?
I don't know. It's a bit sick and twisted, isn't it?
Well, it's like, why would it's so funny because we sort of get reintroduced again to this guy's attorney or like the scummy attorney.
Yeah. And if you're a scummy attorney, you also have to have a greasy sort of lawyer. And the lawyer, when you think, I do like you're happy for everyone to die in this film.
For sure.
Because the lawyer walks up and goes, nice legs, honey. Mwah. Is this appropriate at an execution? I think it'd be.
I don't think so. I think he's also like heels and an execution. Yeah, all right.
I'm chubbed. Chubbed.
It was kind of crazy. And also Leslie Bibb is flat out like, yeah, I'm not having any of that.
I just think tonally, like, you're seeing a guy die. You definitely wouldn't. Maybe you do this quite often, but I could never imagine being like, should I try and pick up here?
Can I say something? Because it feels like to me, 10 years is a long time.
Yeah.
And nobody ages. Everybody looks incredible. I gotta tell you right now, I've just recently aged 10 years and it wasn't pretty.
Yeah, you got Benjamin Button pretty aggressively.
Benjamin Buttoned aggressively.
Yeah.
Do we think that maybe it was only meant to be like 2 years and test audiences were like, because all they have to do is change the dialogue box down the bottom, right?
Yeah.
But no, but then the child is 10.
Yeah.
So I guess they would have had to commit to it being 10 years from the get-go.
I think it's crazy because you have to remember, you have to get 5 years out of the guy who's been convicted of murder. And then, I don't want to spoil it, but Gerard's plan probably would take about 10 years to execute.
It definitely would. I just thought it was crazy because
labor and costs alone, 10 years.
For sure. I mean, he's a one-man team who's spending millions on this. But I just thought it was wild for Gerard Butler to be like, I'm going to test you on this case. Jamie Foxx would be like, from 10 years ago? I'd tell you right now, Oscar, do you want to give me a memory from May 2015, sorry?
God, how old? I would have been, 18. I mean, it would have been after my 18th birthday. I guess I was just buying booze for my friends. That's not a memory I have. I just remember I'd feel like around that time. Carl, do you have a memory?
No.
It's
so
all
why
blank.
test me on it?
No. I couldn't tell you my day-to-day. And I was a lawyer for quite a few years at that time. But I
I
couldn't
might
tell you
have been
a
living
case.
in Sydney by that point, just struggling.
Yeah.
Mentally,
I
physically,
have the vague
financially.
idea of how I was feeling, uneasy, I believe.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell you the day. I couldn't do my law cases. No.
No, God, no. Because as soon as he steps out, he's just like, oh, that's right. I remember him. I remember his partner. I remember the dad. I remember the whole situation. He's like, I remember having to look him in the eye when I told him that thing.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you have a 96% conviction rate. You've done this to pretty much like everybody you've met.
Yeah, he's churning them through. He is.
I think
you vaguely remember him. But anyway, they meet.
How many of these do you reckon Jamie Foxx has gone to? Because I was confused that they all were like, what was meant to happen? And I was like, so you've never sentenced a man to death in your entire career?
No, I guess he's always taken the plea bargain. He's always avoided the case, essentially.
Okay.
I don't know, the court case, essentially.
Yeah. Okay, so we now get to the next death.
Yes.
Which is our actual villain. He's in a crack den.
Yeah.
He's got a woman on the floor on a mattress. His front door wide open. Anybody can see him.
It's snowing outside. There is coke out of the place. He is absolutely living his best life. He is such a shithead. It's like you're just happy for him, you know?
It's so hot. And it's like he is snorting coke, wiping it clean on his like piss-stained singlet where you're like, how'd you get piss up there?
A piss-stained wife beater is such a look. And it's just so aggressive.
It is. And it's like before he even gets a phone call, it's like I don't think he does it in the movie, but he's just let out a big fart and a big burp, and he's just like and he's ready to switch the channel.
Beer. He's cracked another 6 beers around. He's good.
It's 9 a.m. in the morning. He's cracked a beer. Like he is, and he's having.
He's
coke.
kind of the hero. He's kind of the hero.
He's kind of doing it all. He gets a random call that's like, the police are coming. Get out of there. I know how to save you. He follows the voice. Who does the voice end up being?
Gerard Butler
Butler in a blonde wig.
Blonde wig, platinum, with a moustache, also platinum.
So good.
We get a RuPaul drag.
He'd get a reveal. It's a total reveal.
Yeah, it's pretty powerful. It's pretty snatch.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It is. It's great. If he did a death drop right after this, everybody would be like, oh, wow, he boots the house down.
That's what they would say. And that's what they would say. Now, he does get our guy. Our guy's holding a gun. Pufferfish venom. Classic.
When this, now, Where do you think the movie's going?
Where do I think it's going? I think Gerard Butler is now going to be the villain. However, my thought process was kind of like, you've got your main guy paralyzed. We're 13 minutes into the film.
No, we're not even 20 minutes in.
I was thinking, I don't think he's going to go for the lawyer. I guess maybe he's just going to now go on a... He's reformed, he's got a taste for blood, and he's going to go out for it. I felt like his mission was done here. So it's odd... He keeps going.
Had you at all bought the fact that maybe he'd become a policeman? Or were you like, surely not?
I immediately knew he had done a lot of nonsense. I immediately knew he'd gone to extreme lengths when they said 10 years. It's like, he's been busy doing just bullshit to get this guy and do whatever he wants to do for the rest of the film. He tortures him. Fun.
He gives him pufferfish venom. Where did he get it from? Who's to know?
He's had 10 years. And again, that's what the 10 years is. Because anytime you go, where do you get pufferfish venom? Like, if you have a month, I reckon I could get pufferfish venom.
Take a month.
I'll take a month. I'm saying if I had a month and all the resources, I could get it.
How long do we think it took him to make a gun that put out pufferfish venom when you click the trigger?
Again, about a month. At the moment, we're at 2 months for all his nonsense. I reckon the torture stuff took about 2 weeks to get.
Yeah.
He's at a quarter of a year. He's got 10 more years. We'll keep checking in again because I think his time may be up.
Definitely. So he tortures this man by being like, I'm going to cut open your eyelids so you can watch this in a mirror as I saw you open, but I'm giving you adrenaline so you don't pass out, and I'm stitching back your tongue so that you can't swallow it and choke on it to death.
Yeah.
This is going to be a long time, and I'm going to cut off your penis in like this scene as well.
Yeah.
I remember what I was watching. I think maybe I was watching with my dad, and my dad was like, "What is this? Why are you? Why have you?"
It's so aggressive.
He was like, "Why have you told me this is the best movie ever made, and why have you got me to watch what just looks like another Saw film?" And I was like, "Just you fucking wait, you dumb coward."
They don't show the torture, however, they do show
Tasteful.
the aftermath. It's tasteful, but then they do show the aftermath.
Oh, horrid!
They made it. They might as well use it. So it's wrong not to use it.
Nobody seems disturbed by this at all. They're all just watching the blood drip off, and they're just like, "Oh, there's pieces of him everywhere."
Carl, it's Philadelphia. That's just the city, man. It's the greatest city ever was.
It's always sunny in Philly. I do love this. So they essentially go, well, who owns this warehouse? Gerard Butler owns the warehouse.
This was the guy who killed him.
Yeah,
his wife.
so
And
like
it's probably
clearly
him. It's probably him.
So they go and get him. They know it must be him. The man's nude before he's even arrested.
Yeah.
So you go, okay, well, this guy very much did it.
Now, I feel like constantly, if you've ever seen that show Cops, don't watch the show Cops. It's really depressing. I watched an episode. I thought it'd be much more fun, much more depressing. But normally they get them shirtless, and normally it's quite embarrassing. But cockouts, kind of like just after doing a couple of push-ups, kind of the move.
Gerard Butler's never looked better. And we get some Gerard Butler in this.
Oh, yeah.
Emphasis on the butt.
Yeah.
His ass is out.
Ass is out. Gotcha.
His ass out.
Ass out. They put him in handcuffs. They put him in jeans because they're goddamn cowards.
Absolutely. I gotta tell you right now, if I was Gerard Butler, I would have been like, no jeans.
We learn later in the film he pretty much has control of the whole situation. So the fact that someone's like, "Can you put some jeans on?" He's like, "Yeah, okay, that's fine." He shouldn't have folded.
Him standing there being like, I did not plan that.
Okay. Imagine him freaking out. Like,
yeah. He's like, that's not right. He's like, I fluffed as well. I'm going to maintain this weight the entire trip.
I've got a boner next to my zipper. This is aggressive. It's a long car ride. Ooh, okay.
He's like, I just took Viagra. This was meant to put you off. But if you're just going to cover it up, what's all this for?
Can I have some underwear? No.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I would love this if they sat down and they were just like, so did you do it? And he's like, actually, I had a whole plan to kill a lot of you, but yeah, I did because I'm thrown by...
Confession, I just need pants. I
need to be taken to a hospital. I've had this erection for 9 hours. Okay, and we know I need to be taken care of. They put him in the most beautiful cell and they're like, confess. He doesn't want to do it.
No, he doesn't confess. Jamie Foxx. Now, Jamie Foxx is, again, let the film have its flowers. He's kind of been promoted enough that he would now investigate him.
I guess.
I don't know how
lawyers work.
I don't know how you can be a lawyer and then move up to potentially being a detective. I don't care.
Because is the detective his offsider? Like the curly-haired guy?
Yes.
Yeah, so really he's the one trying to figure this out with this lawyer.
Yes. I guess he's the commissioner of something.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Jamie Foxx is now investigating and leading the charge against Gerard Butler.
Yeah. What would have happened if Jamie Foxx hadn't gone to the death? Because wouldn't he have just gotten a call being like, hey, he didn't die that well, and he would have been like, bummer. and just hung up. But I guess seeing it in person, you'd be like, oh my God, horrible.
Yeah, I gotta sort this out. He really immediately cancelled his plans. Like, hey, I know we're on the rocks, honey, but I've got this thing to do.
He's like, look, let's face it, you knew I wasn't coming home tonight anyway.
I've actually got something this time. I'm not lying, but again, I'm not coming home.
Gerard Butler, to get his attention, has decided to record the entire torture scene, send it to the family.
Great stuff.
They've watched it.
Yeah.
It's pretty horrific.
Pretty horrific. Jamie Foxx really does not give it much weight.
He's like, what do you mean you showed her? And she's like, I didn't do it. And he's like, just tell them it's fake. The mother's in tears. Like, yeah, it's fake, baby.
It's fake,
I'm
baby.
crying, but I'm not really meant to be emotionally disturbed.
Just a classic movie. Sometimes I get scared, but it's not real.
That was actually just It's a Wonderful Life. With Jimmy Stewart, my love.
Oh, God. Jimmy Stewart. When Jimmy Stewart gets saw bladed to the knee, it's a powerful message that you should love those around you at Christmas time.
Great spin.
Thank you.
It's also crazy too because when Jamie Foxx finally gets home, the kid's asleep and he's like, hey, you put her down okay? It's like, well, did you lift a finger at all with this?
Yeah. Oh, I am gonna. Should we go to Bone Town tonight?
He's like, I'm
honey?
gonna have a bourbon in my Father of the Year glass because I've earned it.
I got to pay it for me. It's good. It's good.
He's like, where's that snuff film? Do we chuck it back on?
Okay, so pretty much Gerard Butler.
Gerard Butler's also like clearly awake,
Yeah.
which I loved.
He has so many lines that you can't not love him. He's the hero of this story. I know they're kind of being like, maybe who's really the villain? It's not him. He's the hero and he deserves everything he gets.
I do love that he's flat out like, okay, it's going to take me a while to be able to leverage the stake thing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to need a comfy bed if I want to pull this off.
Yeah.
So they give him a comfy bed in turn for a confession.
Yeah.
He doesn't give it anyway. He actually almost gets freed and
Yes.
then gets shitty at the judge.
Yeah, so he's representing himself in the courtroom. He's essentially read up on all law. Again, probably taken him about 3 years to become a good lawyer. Just for this throwaway bit so he can be like, hey, judge, I actually did kind of do it, so maybe you should have fucking thought about that next time.
I do wonder if he was like really banking on either making a point of this or just being like, I think I simply would just be convicted. And then is like, really? He's like, but my whole plan to unfold, I need to be in jail.
Yes.
So like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So he gets sent to jail.
He gets sent to jail, and everybody's like, okay, well, you're going to be stuck in jail unless we get
Yeah.
that full confession from you. And he's like, I'll give you a full confession, but you won't be able to save that guy's life if you don't get me a steak.
Who
bitch.
is saving the life? I don't want to freaking do it. It's just like that lawyer. That dipshit.
Sleazy lawyer.
Sleazy, greasy lawyer.
You said horrible things to your best friend Leslie Bibb, but you're keen to go and save anyway.
Leslie Bibb's in the film. I think we didn't mention that. Don't
I've
worry.
brought up the Bibbs many times.
Okay, good. Bibbs gets a big
She gets a bit to do. It
Yeah.
was great seeing Bibbs on the White Lotus because she's got so much to do on that. She was
Yeah.
excellent on this season.
It's just, and you're just sort of like, you're just in this film. That's fine.
I know. She's just making a paycheck, and I love that for her.
Yeah.
Go the Bibbs.
Go Bibbs.
Basically, what he needs is he needs a steak
Yep.
with all the trimmings and some music.
Yeah.
And he needs it by 1 p.m. Otherwise, this man is going to suffocate to death. But they're late delivering the steak.
The
Purposely
warden is like, I don't listen to Gerard Butler. Guys, this has been about 30 minutes into the film. At this point, I'm like, guys, maybe, you do have the upper hand. They do not have the upper hand. We also get a Gerard Butler sort of backstory that he's got this all under. He's been waiting for 10 years to get this all under play.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
You're right. The warden is late, and as a result, they get to the guy. He's been buried alive, and they could have saved him.
Do we think if they delivered the steak on time
Yep.
and they'd saved him on time, Gerard Butler would have been like, you'll be left alone now? Or do you reckon he'd be like, I'll just kill you in the next thing?
No, I think he's on to the next guy. I
Yeah.
think he's on to the next guy. And if I'm being honest, I reckon he has like another thing, just a backup.
Yeah.
I think
So-
he can just gun people down where he wants. I
For
think he
sure.
can just gun this guy down.
It was interesting to me because there was a real difference between people he could save and people he was murdering. So let's just talk about I think what is the best scene in the
Yeah.
film, which is Gerard Butler. He rips open his steak. It's a nice sharp T-bone. Rams that right into the jugular of his cellmate in what is the coolest scene ever made for a 15-year-old boy.
Looks great. It looks great. I get this on YouTube Shorts all the time.
That's nuts to
They
me.
love blurring out the stabbing motion, so I never knew what I was going to get. Guys, check out YouTube Shorts for 2 to 6 hours a day. It'll really make your brain feel kind of... But this scene pops up a lot, and it's normally blurred, so I didn't know it was coming up. But I was very chuffed, very chuffed. It looks great.
It does look good, and it's awesome. It's so bloody, and he then like lays down in his bed and he's like, "Get me a shower," and you're just like, "This man's in control."
He owns this entire film now. At this point, I kind of hope he just kills everybody.
That's what I was like. Let him get to the president.
Yeah.
Like, let him just climb his way up and change the justice system forever. Make this 4 hours. I don't care. Like,
It
just
really
keep
could be
going.
because you're just like, I'm loving you. I don't really mind if Jamie Foxx perishes.
No.
He hasn't really earned my respect.
He hasn't, and he hates his family. Like, so it's like, I don't care what you do to Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
What do we think he was saving for Jamie Foxx? Because he's going to go blow up Town Hall at the end.
Yes.
But they're always like, he's saving you for something. And I'm like, was Jamie Foxx meant to be at Town Hall when that blows up?
I'm sure. I think he wanted him. I guess he must have put him at blame for all the things that happened, second to the murderer. So I think he wanted him to witness how much pain.
Do you reckon there was a thing where they decided that maybe they would blind him and he'd have to do a whole justice thing, but they realized he was already blind in Ray and they didn't want people to make fun of the film?
I 100% think so. I also think that Jamie Foxx would have been like, I can actually act so well blind, it wouldn't impede my performance. Like, I would go through the movie and you'd think, I know he's blind, but he's kind of nailing it with a gun. And you just, like, he'd be unstoppable.
That would have absolutely outsmarted Gerard Butler if he was like, I'm going to blind you. And he was just like, I've been blind the entire time.
I'm Book of Eli, you stupid bitch.
Everything is Braille, you dumb Gerard Butler.
If a film was just like, I don't
We
know.
should totally do the Book of Eli.
I love the Book of Eli. That is such a, again, it's just such a boy film. I'm just like, this is so sick. Are you fucking joking? He has to recite the Bible, but how does he remember? He's fucking blind.
Man, movies coming out in the 2009s were something else. They were covering. Do you remember all of those Paul Bettany films that were like Priest and Legion and?
I'm just getting what's it called?
We should do.
I
Legion
know.
and
We've
Priest.
got to do some of these. They sound fantastic.
Oh my god! Okay, like, our next month is just things from 2009. I've just realized the peak of cinema is when I was growing up.
Get this, guys. My childhood was the best. No one else's, but however, when I was 15, things were good, and now they're different.
Nostalgia? Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. The Book of Eli is good, though.
Yeah, people love the Book of that. Book of Eli has some of the worst color grading I've ever seen in a movie. Do you remember how saturated and yellow?
From my
it is?
memory, I thought the whole thing was set in the desert. It feels like it's set.
Yeah.
Okay, it's set in the desert because I remember
Yeah.
distinctly it being yellow, and then there's
so
shadow.
Yellow. And Mila Kunis is in it.
Whoa,
I'm pretty sure she's in that one. If she's not, what a statement by me. She's the bibs to this film. That's Mila Kunis.
Oh, she's given
Eli.
nothing? Oh, she's given nothing?
She's given nothing. Yeah, so basically at this point, the killings start coming fast and
They're
coming
coming
quick.
fast. Now, Gerard Butler has killed his cellmate, is now in solitary confinement. In very fairness, Viola Davis steps into the movie. You go, she's like, I'm essentially like the mayor of Philadelphia. Hey guys, what the fuck? Why haven't you got him? You've got him in a solitary confinement. Why haven't you got him? And it asks a very good question. How is Gerard Butler doing all this nonsense?
I love this. It's a howdy do it.
Yeah.
And I love that. It's like, can you try and catch his offsider? Such a good setup. Look, so basically also during this time, they've been able to find out that Gerard Butler has a very specific set of skills.
Yeah.
Which he is not a spy, but somebody spies go to when they can't kill someone.
He is a spy, which, I mean, really just it's like the most just like, I'm Infinity plus one, you know?
Yeah.
Imagine that. Imagine James Bond's like boss, you know? Imagine
Well,
M.
it's
You
like,
have M.
it feels like if, is it E could kill? Who's the tech guy? in
Oh,
James
yes.
Bond?
Yeah. It's a
not
letter.
E. It's a letter. It's definitely a letter.
I want to say P, T, A, B,
C,
N.
D, E, F, G, H, I, J.
Is it I?
Q.
Q.
It's Q.
We could have kept going.
I got
But you just need to write it off. Like,
Yeah,
it's one of these fucking
yeah,
things.
gotta
We're
get
getting there. We're getting there. But yeah,
it's like if Q could kill.
it's like if Q was James Bond.
Oh my god, and
it's
that's a film.
And we watched it. We watched
Hello,
it.
Amazon Studios.
It's so he's essentially kind of like the spy pretty much warns the guys like, hey guys, if I was you, I'd go into the cell, shoot him in the face. Don't care about any law, you're fucked.
The
If
guy's
he wants to kill
basically
you, you're dead.
Yeah, he's like, you guys should just run. He's like, either kill him or run. He's like, even if he got he's like, I'm frightened to just be here. That's how scared I am. I loved his story that was basically like, nobody could figure out how to kill him. And so he put an auto, like, tie in his actual tie, and so it choked him one day to death.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, the idea of like a spy's last resort is this tech guy.
Yeah.
Is a great concept. Launch a franchise, honestly.
I think that's my biggest regret is that, not biggest regret, just upsetness is the fact that we lose a bit of Gerard at the end. Anyway, but the main thing is like, holy shit, this guy has had a vendetta for 10 years and is a spy.
He's unstoppable.
He's unfucking stoppable.
10 years of vendetta?
Yeah.
Well, what do you stand? What chance do you
You
stand?
have no chance because guess what? Gerard Butler's done some insane things to get around this.
Let's talk about the judge.
Okay.
So they come in and they're like, hey, let's talk to you, the judge who put him away.
Yeah.
She's like, so you want me to take away his rights?
The film kind of becomes this whole thing of just like, I know we can't kill him, but surely we just like, everyone's kind of like, guys, we're the fucking like government. I'm sure we could fucking kill him. I think we can kill him. I know we can't like legally kill him, but like surely we can fucking
We
kill
could
him.
surely like sort of put him behind closed doors and bang bang. A
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah.
Like
just
surely we could do that.
Surely we can do that, guys.
And
Like,
as soon as the judge is like, look, I guess I'm on board, she gets a phone call and she's like, what? Phone blows her head off.
I was awake.
I had to clap.
Oh, you have
I
to
had to
clap.
clap.
You have
If
to clap.
there's keys, so there's things that I remember in this movie. It is that steak scene.
Yep.
And it is this scene.
Yep.
Those are goddamn
It jolts you
moments.
awake. And
And
again,
I'm also
I-
afraid to say it, but out of the age of 13, I'm pretty sure it's when he took off the blonde wig. I was like, whoa!
the blonde wig was a moment. I really think we breezed past it. The blonde wig was fantastic.
It was. I thought it brought blonde back.
Yeah, totally.
I think people were all in on brunettes in 2008. By 2009,
Well, it was Troy
blondes-
Sivan.
Yeah,
He was here watching the film.
It's Troy Sivan.
It is Troy Sivan.
It's Troy Sivan.
Now, at this point, the judge gets blown up. Jamie Foxx pretty much gets a gun, just waves it around and goes, who was that? Because you'd be fucked. What chance do you have? He can blow up anyone. I know he's a spy, and it's a loose thing, but essentially he's God. Like, he can just sort of do things.
I would have loved it if it was revealed Gerard Butler had employed a ghost. He's like, I spent 10 years being able to understand the supernatural, and I've been able to hire a ghost to kill.
I've been on a Ouija board for about 6 of those years, and I gotta tell you, I got a lot of weird ghosts trying to make me suck them off. And it's really, I get ectoplasm in my mouth, and it took me a while to build a relationship with someone I'd trust. It's tough, okay? I put my time in.
Yeah, he's right. He's like, I did my hard yards. You all deserve to die, okay? It's been a horrible decade.
And once you're dead, the ghost friends are gonna beat the shit out of you in the afterlife. I've got connections in the afterlife. You're fucked.
Do we think he even tried therapy once?
Men, huh? Frickin', men would rather do 10 years of bitter vengeance than go to therapy, huh?
This movie is when a man doesn't want to go to therapy.
But here's the thing, a man didn't go to therapy and made this film, and as a result we get the film. And that's not a bad thing.
I gotta tell you right now, look, we're both men. I think
Yep.
we've both been to therapy.
Yep.
I gotta tell you right now, if this is who I would have become if I hadn't gone to therapy, I would have never signed myself up for
Totally. I think it's a scam. How dare they? They took away my masculinity, and as a result I wouldn't be able to do this insane things. I just want to take my vengeance out. Is that a crime?
that. I would have
Is that
loved
a crime?
it if my therapist sat down, little fingers entwined in there, and just went, do you want to stew in it and plan to kill everyone?
Yeah, I think that'd work. Here's
Yeah.
the thing. I want you to not express yourself and just kind of let it consume you.
I know.
And that's the best way to sort of get over it.
It's crazy. Do we think like sort of the path that Gerard Butler's character was meant to go on if his like family didn't die was he was going to get really into painting and arts and crafts and Lego? He's probably going to get really into Lego.
Everyone's got to get into Lego, guys. It's 2 options. You can either pick up a gun or get some Lego bricks.
Oh my god, they should remake. They should do a sequel. I don't even care. Just
Bring
this
him
film
back.
again.
I don't care. I don't
I'd
care.
bring him back.
Well,
If they,
yeah.
they were like, how did he get away from it? I was like, if he was like, I spent years becoming fireproof, I'd be like, sweet.
I would believe it if then did 10 years later, he had to fake his death so then the heat was down and then he could torture Jamie Foxx even more. Fantastic, because that's what he's been saving it for. I'm going to get Hollywood on the phone now. Okay, God. Where can I get them?
Do you know what sucks for us? Hollywood takes these ideas just listening to this.
Yeah.
This is just $1 million podcast of ideas.
Isn't that crazy?
They're just filming our words.
Yeah.
Huh? Things we can't even afford to do.
Carl, this is so... Gerard Butler pretty much goes, hey, release me at 6 a.m. or I'll kill everyone. And they literally think about it. How much power must you have? That's crazy. The Americans never deal with terrorists. And they were like, should we give him up? That's nuts. Viola Davis like, no, just fucking kill him. Just someone go in there with a gun. I'll pardon you. I can chat to the president. We'll get you off. It's fine.
I would have been there being like, guys, I think if we release him, he won't kill. Like, I think it's like he's only killing because he's in there.
It's like a tiger was just like, no, man, I ain't gonna kill you. Nah, man, I'm gonna eat this deer in his cage, but once I get out, I'm chill. I'm good.
I think he's fine.
I'm vegetarian.
Do we really think he'd come for them all if he got his freedom? Do we really think that?
I think you'd go, you guys let me out again, I'm gonna kill you twice.
Do we think... Where are you thinking the movie's gonna go? Are you like, what could possibly happen to him?
I guess maybe I'm trying to think where my mind was at. I think once we reveal how he's been doing it, I think I knew where it was kind of going. However, where I think it's going is I think they're gonna have to just kill him. Well, I couldn't think of a clever way for them to get rid of him because they've made him an unstoppable force.
He's so good.
He's so good. And how they get rid of him, I think, is smart, but definitely requires you to be like, I think he dropped the ball.
Yeah, for sure. I think
they made him
when
a god.
They eventually kill him at the end, it's one of those things where I'm like, I just think you're not smart enough to have done that.
No.
I think he would have seen this coming.
Yeah.
Like, I think he might not have even gone back to the prison.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I would have loved it if they were like, hey, we put it back in the prison, but he never came here, and it turned out there was a second bomb there.
Yeah.
And he just succeeded and hopped on a plane.
Yeah.
If that was the ending, standing O.
Totally.
Yeah.
I was surprised he didn't get away.
I think everybody wishes he'd won.
Yeah.
I think that is like a big thing about this movie. I think everybody's like, I wanted to just see him keep going.
I don't mind if Jamie Foxx survives. I think him being like, my inaction caused all my friends and family to die. That's fairs.
Well, when Gerard Butler goes, if you don't release me by 6 a.m., I'm going to kill everyone. I think as a kid, I was like, oh my God, is he going to kill the world? Like, is that everyone?
He's like, it's going to be biblical. This bitch is going to like...
Dude, when Gerard Butler turned and was like, it's going to be biblical. If he Evan Almighty'd...
Oh my God.
He was like, believe it or not, I've heard God.
I am God.
I am God.
I can control that. Now... They don't release him. Viola Davis is like, okay, guys, we're going to have to shut down the city until someone pops him.
I just would be like, he's going to win. At this point, he's blown everybody up that is on Jamie Foxx's team.
He's blown them up, or at the funeral of the blown up people. He's then brought like a gun, drone century thing.
He has brought the most comedically large gun that I don't know how nobody noticed at the funeral.
I know they're like mourning, but guys,
I would notice the gun.
Have a look around.
The gun is as tall as I am, which is like 6 foot, and as like long as, I don't know, a giraffe. Like, it is the biggest goddamn gun, and nobody sees it coming.
God, it fucks them up hard.
It fucks them up so hard. You were hootering and hollering.
I just couldn't believe, because I got a bit sad, because I was like, oh my God, RPG drone. And then it was just bullets. No, it had both it had both. What? How indulgent.
They knew what a guy wants, which is, you can see right there somebody sitting down to right being like, do I kill them with bullets or with an RPG? And they were like, if I was a kid, I'd just want both.
I just want both.
I would just want both to happen.
I would want you to tease me with the RPG, not give me the RPG, and then give me the RPG.
Let's cut to him conservatively shot 14 times from the bullets, peer back at Jamie Foxx, and then be blown to the fucking skies with an RPG.
Fuck, it's good.
This is cinema. This is what movies are for. This movie's just pure joy through and through. I'm all about it.
I'm all about it. Now, the ending is not lackluster.
I think it's definitely nowhere near as good as the rest of the movie.
No, it feels like they had to just stop. They were like, we've got an hour 40, we have to stop.
It feels like they ran out of money.
Yeah.
It feels like, guys, we need to pack this up. I think because the bomb doesn't go off. You know what? I think a real issue is the movie has almost like these like little mini points of climax. So every like couple of 10 minutes, it does build up to something big happening, only for the climax to not actually build towards anything.
No, I feel like in every 10 minutes, you're just more on you. Each action sequence goes, oh, I'm more on Gerard Butler's side. It always builds it like, oh, he's more in control. He has control. They're fucked. They're fucked. They're fucked. And then for the end, for them to sort of get the upper hand in a very odd way. So essentially, he's planted a bomb in City Hall. He's going to blow up a big napalm.
Yeah.
If he calls.
They grab it and then they just get it back to his cell before him.
Yes.
So, by the way, he's also been doing everything because he spent 10 years tunneling from a little house to his cell, and he tunneled into every maximum security cell in case it was any of them.
This is bonkers. I'm all for it. But again, 10 years, I don't think might have been enough time.
I think it's too much time.
Yeah. It's too much time.
No, I think
it's the right amount of time.
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I think he's done well. I think this man's kind of the best.
Yeah. He's committed. I think he deserves the kills.
For sure.
I think he deserves them all. It is a shame. I like how they killed him because they had such a big thing of just like, we can't fucking shoot him, but like, surely we can. They have to make him blow himself up with the bomb. It's in his jail cell. Because he does it, he killed himself. And I guess the law would be like, well, that's fine.
That's fine.
Which doesn't feel... I think if you were to go to court, you might be like, huh, did you guys put the bomb there? Like, yes. Like, well, that's kind of...
I'd be like, I don't know.
I don't really know what happened. It was all a blur.
I'm shocked it got like this because I just would have conceded. I think if I was, I'd be like, how could we win against him? And I think the way they win against him is so not of thought. Like, it is just, we found his bomb, and he didn't realize we found it, and so we put it back.
Yeah.
It's not particularly clever when you've established, I guess, I don't know, the most clever man in human history.
Who has eyes everywhere, cameras everywhere.
Yeah. Who's apparently thought of every move.
Yeah.
You know, like it's...
I just don't think they would be able to take the bomb outside. It's crazy he would not like, hey, if you lift the bomb up, it's going to blow.
Yeah. It's like the whole thing sort of like in The Dark Knight with the Joker's character is what brings him undone is sort of like the kindness in others.
Yeah.
Right? Which is he's like, no, one of them would definitely blow up the other boat.
Yeah.
But he never foresees that.
Yeah.
Right? It's almost like but it's also then Gerard Butler doesn't exactly have a code, I guess, or he's not for chaos like the Joker.
Because he's like, I'm going to kill everyone that hurt me and my family, murderers, and then the lawyers, and then the judge, and it sort of spreads to it gets a bit like killing Bib is just I don't know, like she was like taking notes when it would happen, but I don't know if she was like fully involved.
Sometimes transcribing is
the biggest crime.
It's the biggest crime. Here's the thing.
Just remember things.
Yeah, just remember them.
Just jot
write
it down.
them down yourself. You don't have to write for everybody on their behalf.
Yeah, a stenographer's kind of, vile.
Yeah. What's going to happen to lawyers? Do you reckon they have to do that much research anymore? Or can they just like AI it?
I got to tell you, if my lawyer's AIing the case, I'd also do exactly what Gerard Butler did.
Sure. Punish that AI. I'm going to bring everything down. I'll tell you what, if you watch that new Mission Impossible movie, it's basically Gerard Butler being like, I'm going to bring down AI because of what he did. Oscar, who...
It's everyone, Carl. Again, if you got to the end of the episode, don't fucking bother. Like, guys, check it out and then come back to us. Because
it's biblical. This is my church.
It's so goddamn good. It is flawed. It is by the director of...
The Italian Job,
and a bunch of the
Fast and Furious.
F. Gerry something.
Yeah, F. Gary Gray.
It's similar with the Italian Job. I just don't want to think about it. This is like a classic, just movie 2009
It's a classic no think thing.
Yeah.
For my drink.
But it's great.
It's so
fantastic.
Great. It is. It definitely came out just at like the right. It does feel like there is a potential that if somebody with care was to come in, they could elevate this to something really, really great.
Yeah.
But then it wouldn't be anywhere near as silly or violent. And I think that's what truly makes this great.
I think they could do it. I think honest, I'd be so happy if he comes back. He's got the jump on them. It's like, it's been 10 years. I'm back, Jamie Foxx. I'm here to fuck with you even more. And kind of just like kills the president. Yeah. I'm for it.
Well, I don't know if you've seen, but they're doing like a new I Am a Legend. Have you seen I Am Legend?
I've seen I Am Legend.
Yeah. And very clearly, Will Smith dies at the end of I Am Legend.
Oh, yeah.
And they're essentially...
You didn't watch the director's cut?
Yeah. So they're doing the new one and they're like, it's based off the director's cut. And you're like, okay, well, if they can do it for I Am Legend, they can do it for Law Abiding Citizen, a much better film.
I don't know if... I wonder how well that film's going to do. I can't imagine...
I Am Legend 2?
Yeah.
With Michael B. Jordan? And Will Smith.
What's Will Smith's character? Just Will Smith doing
I don't
him?
know.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. I think I quite like him.
When did you watch I Am Legend?
So I watched it on the plane back from Europe.
Oh, damn. You rewatched it recently.
Yeah.
Does it still hold up? I remember thinking, yeah.
I don't think it holds up as well. I think there's some good scenes in it.
Mm.
The set design and everything's fantastic
Yeah.
though. Like the money that's in it is really good. They should have never made those zombies CGI though. They don't hold up.
That's a shame.
You know what though? It is just like seeing him fuck about being the last person in a city is like the best part of the movie. Like that's so good.
I always like that and iRobot. I love iRobot.
Whoa, that's trash. Crazy
Whoa.
like iRobot.
Oh, no.
Nobody likes iRobot.
No, I watched it when I was 12 and I think it was
Oh my
fantastic.
god, we have to make a list. This is unlocked so many.
This is so much
We should
good
do
stuff.
I Am Robot. We should do Legion. We should do Priest. We should do Book of Eli.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, there's a real biblical theme happening. Just realized.
Do we do that? I mean, fuck it. Do we just do the arc?
Christian month? We'll
Yeah.
do Evan Almighty.
Christian month, like Christian film? Like, no, it's sort of just like deals with biblical events.
We'll do Noah.
I think we should do Noah.
They've got the rock angels in it, and I assume they're in the Bible.
We could do Mother.
Yeah, we should definitely do Mother. If we're doing Noah, we have to do Mother.
Carl, I think we answered this. Everyone should go check this one out.
Everybody should check this out. Look, specifically though, I gotta tell you, if you're a dad and you have got like a bunch of sons like coming around for a sleepover and they're all like aged 13 to 16 or something, genuinely be like, hey guys, you should watch Law Abiding Citizen.
Yeah.
Because it is so perfect for that like age demo of mind.
It's violent that I think when you're younger, you go, that's really aggressive and like, wow, that's really like, that's insane in balance. You watch it now, you go, that is gratuitous, but such fun. Such
a fun gratuity.
A steak bone knife, just terrific.
Oh my God, turning a steak into a shank, that is such good writing. That is such good. I've never looked at a steak the same way. Wow. This is the best time I've ever had watching a movie on this podcast.
Yeah.
Move over, unfriended dark web.
Guys, you gotta check it out. It's the best film ever.
It's so good. Oh man, it is just a great time. If you decide to watch Law Abiding Citizen, you can email us at askwwwtpodcast@gmail.com. You can also write in with all of your recommendations to us. This is going to be jumpstarting Gerard Butler.
Gerard Butler. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you.